Good morning and welcome to Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. And today's devotion is titled, The Father in Heaven Bore Witness of Jesus. And I'll be reading two verses today, John chapter 8, verses 17 and 18. And they read, It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me beareth witness of me. Jesus knew the Father was with him through his entire journey on earth, from the manger to the cross, from the grave to heaven from whence he came. John 8:29 says, He that sent me is with me. The Father hath not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. And Matthew 3:17 says, And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And John 16:32 reads, Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, every man to his own, and shall leave me alone. And yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. And John 17:5 says, And now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. And finally, Isaiah 53:11 says, He shall see the travail of his soul, and shall be satisfied. By his knowledge shall my righteous servant justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Just as a loving father holds his son who has been mortally wounded in battle until, looking into the Father's worshiping eyes, he gives up his life for those he loves. Like Abraham and Isaac, Jesus' father's heart broke over what man's sin did to his beloved. When he had said, That's enough, dare any human creature tread on that blood? Hope was on the horizon because the Father knew after his son paid the price that God would raise him from the grave and welcome him back into his loving arms. And our final thought is, a good father loves and protects his children. I've preached this many times and I've said it many times. If you truly want to understand how God the Father operates, and by operating I mean what his thought process is toward us, his children. Because remember, he is our Father, we are his children. Why does he do what he does? And why does he say what he says to us? Well, the best example that I've ever seen is the same way a good father treats his children. If you ever want to understand God's ways, look at yourself as a father or a mother. It applies to mothers as well. It's that parental role, that unconditional love that you have for your child, that innate, without condition, love and protection that you're willing to offer your child, no matter what. You see, Jesus gave his life for us. We are to give our lives for our children if need be. That's the protection that we hold onto our kids with. But with that love, and this is where it gets tough, with that love and protection comes discipline. A good parent will discipline their child because they know in the long run the child will be better off, having learned the lessons through discipline. So we say, well, if God is such a loving God, why does he let bad things happen? Or why did God do this to me? Or why did God let me get in trouble for this or get in trouble for that? If he's so loving, it's because he's loving that he allows you to suffer discipline at appropriate times. There are times where we let our kids experience things so they can learn the lesson from that action. And God is no different. So if you ever want to wonder, how does God operate? Why does he do what he does? Why does he think the way he thinks? As a parent, how do you treat your kids? And why do you do the things that you do? That'll answer a lot of questions you have about why God does what he does. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your day. Today's Wednesday, so hopefully tonight you can join in a local church worship service. Many churches are starting to open back up again. If your local church is not quite yet open, tune in online. I'm sure if they're not offering services, you'll find another church somewhere out there that's offering online services. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your day. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.